Welcome to the Veterans Growing America podcast. I am here with my co-host, Donnell Johns, the man, the myth, the legend behind all of this. And I'm here with a special guest, Leroy Brown, who is Leroy Brown Art. Welcome to the show, my man.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here, Rob. Appreciate you having me on, Donnell.
Hey, no problem, no problem. Let's get right into it. Let's get to the brass tacks of this whole thing. So Veterans Growing America, it showcases veterans, military spouses, and dependents. And the one thing people want to know about is your military background and experience. So tell us a little bit about that, Leroy.
Well, I'm from Mississippi. I'm from Southwest Mississippi on the Louisiana line. I joined the Marine Corps right after high school. After high school, I always wanted to be an artist. I've been an artist ever since I could remember. I used to use that number 2 pencil and loose leaf notebook paper that Mama wanted us to do homework on. Instead, I was drawing faces, but I did homework too. So I joined the Marine Corps, and I didn't let the Marine Corps deter me from my passion as an artist. So I kept drawing and drawing. I really didn't start painting till the 7th grade in middle school. So that was around 1985. But I would take art again in 1998, which was the 10th grade. So spent 20 years in the Marine Corps, and in 2008 I met my mentor, which he had similar interests as I had. Also, I saw things in him that I wanted to emulate. His name is Hank Herring, and it's out in South Carolina. And I got serious about art from that point. But I'm a self-taught artist. And I've been all around the world, all around the Pacific, in the Middle East. Everywhere I went, I used art as a therapeutic practice. Even though I loved art, it became a therapy as well. So spent 20 years in the Marine Corps, retired 3 years ago, and I'm a full-time artist.
Hey, that's super dope, man. So tell me this though, like being an artist is a little bit different from being an entrepreneur, right? So you have your passion and then you got your duties, right? So looking at your military experience, how did your journey influence your entrepreneurship?
How the journey. Okay, so I've been exposed to so work ethic is huge. Work ethic. I could take a butt chewing. I have really thick skin. I've built a lot of stamina, if you will, working in the Marine Corps. And I guess the journey, I guess it built the foundation for me. I've been all over the world. I've seen different people. I've touched a lot of different states where I have done painting in, and they know me to be an artist in that respect, but I've gotten better over time. We have those core values in the Marine Corps: honor, courage, commitment. I feel like I already accomplished the hardest thing ever, which was the Marine Corps boot camp for me. And so I look at it like this: what else is there, that I can't do? So I use that as fuel for my passion as an artist. It's so much stuff that inspire me, but the military is one of the things that branched me out into this space right here. So, I'm in the DMV. I would never be on the East Coast if, I'm from Mississippi. So I got out of Mississippi by joining the Marine Corps. So, yeah.
No, that's huge. So talk to us a little bit about, like, you are an artist. What inspired you to become an artist, though? Like, and turn that into a business.
Question.
Yeah.
A great question. Well, I didn't really think it was possible for to realistic. My mom and dad, they were hard workers. They didn't go to college, and I felt like I wanted to go to college for graphic design or some type of computer animation. I was into, animation cartoonist. I just didn't feel like it was realistic at the time in 2000. So my peers were joining the military, and they were coming back from boot camp, and they say, "Dude, you're in shape. You're skinny. You can do this." So at the time, I was skinny, and I joined the military, and it's been accomplishments here and there. I really have no regrets about the whole journey in the military. But as an artist, I long to be an artist. I think that was my first love. So I I I didn't have any I guess uh, I didn't have any schooling, like fine art school. So I didn't want to put all my eggs in that basket and go. I went to in 2008. I went to a gallery, and I was just searching for galleries all around the duty stations that I went to. Got to South Carolina, and I was in the low country of South Carolina, and the lady was like, I was actually a curator. I think she was a curator. She worked at the gallery, and she said, "Hey, a lot of you artists don't have the business side of things. You don't have you have the skill set, but you need to know how to run a business." Because I was asking her, what should I go to school for? Because I was still searching on what I should go to school for at the time. Um, so I started getting business oriented. Found my mentor out there in South Carolina, and I just kept pushing. As far as building a career as an artist, I'm comfortable. Like I'm really comfortable. I had to simplify my living to where I retired as a E7, in the military, right? Um, so it's just living below my means for a while until I get on my feet and push my brand. I really feel comfortable and passionate, and I've had so many things that inspire me. I watch YouTube over and over again. Earl Nightingale, different stories of different success stories that kind of motivate me and talk about your passion. Because if I did anything else at this point, I feel like I gave my 20 years to the government. Why can't I give some time to the military? Well, I've gave my time to the military. Why can't I give time to my passion?
Mm.
Yeah, that's real, man. And the thing is, like in your journey, you're starting to pick up some steam, right? So we seen you on the cover of magazines, we seen you on the news. Tell me, let's kind of like hone in on the art a little bit. What makes your art unique?
What makes my art unique? It's the brand. It's the brand. It's the time. Um, Everything is a brand these days. It's down to the restaurants. You want to go to, this restaurant over this restaurant. They may serve the same thing, the serve type of burger, or serve say the same steak. For me as an artist, I bring my art has vivid colors. I'm painting from the heart. The pictures tell stories. Um, and it's just the brand itself. I'm pushing the brand. I'm passionate about it. I have a journey. I have a story to tell from Stickman. People say, "Oh, I can't draw a Stickman." Well, my journey started with Stickman. So I always tell people, pump your brakes. Stickman matter. You know what I mean? So they matter. But my art is no different than the next man's art. It's just Leroy Brown art. You know what I mean? I'm in an entrepreneurship program right now, seeking a bachelor's degree, and we are challenged to talk about competitive analysis and how we stand among other businesses, right? Um, for me, the competition goes where you not in the skill of art, but how are you promoting yourself? How are you marketing? How are you pushing that brand? How are you selling? How are you networking? So that competitive word is used like a little loosely these days. So it's not just about how good I can paint, right? Because I've gotten better over the course of time. In 2006, my skill set was nowhere near it is right as now, and I just feel like I put my time and more money into my craft. So I feel like I think people want once you collect one piece of Leroy Brown art, you'll continue to collect because it's just one of those things where I'm not a starving artist, and I don't want to be a dead successful artist. I want to be a living successful artist, and that I am. And the journey is amazing to stardom.
Speaking of your journey, so you had your journey in the military, and
Mhm.
then your journey in the business world. When it came to the transition process, tell us a little bit about how your transition from the military to the business world. How did that work out for you?
So the transition from the military to the business world, right?
What
Um,
challenges did you go through that?
Okay, so it's a buyer's market. If that was a challenge, they have the transitional readiness seminar at the end of at the very end where you're trying to, take that week. They have boosted business, but in my mind, I think there were a lot of things in the military that kind of like I didn't lose myself. I didn't lose myself ever in the military. So what I mean by that is I by me painting, I didn't let the military say, okay, pump your brakes on your passion. I was painting. So I already formed in my mind before everything that I was gonna be an artist. I was an artist then. I was gonna be even more of an artist. But I have a family back in that, it's different for me. Like my wife works, she's always worked. So I think the tables may have changed if, I had a homemaker as a wife that stayed home. So finances has a lot to do with it, setting yourself up to this point. So the military was the foundation, and I got all the way to this point where I'm like, what am I gonna do? I was in TRS, I was in the transitional readiness class, and everybody was talking about getting these 80 to $100,000 jobs, and I'm like, hey, I'm owning my own business. So all of this stuff that you're teaching me, I'm thinking about art, the elevator pitch. Why do I need an elevator pitch? Okay, I'll stand in the line and I'll practice the elevator pitch, but my elevator pitch, I've already formed what I want to do. Who am I? Where am I trying to work? I'm trying to work at Leroy Brown Art. So I've been conditioning myself for so long. I've been conditioned. I've been telling people throughout the whole military that I want to be an artist. I want to be an artist. So I kind of like mentally tricked my mind to believing that I was an artist then, and I wanted to, And I don't think even if I went part time somewhere or went full time somewhere, it still wouldn't take away from my passion as an artist and my business as an artist at this point. But I feel like I have faith, and you know, coming to Veterans Going America is a major big platform, right? I would have never been here on the East Coast in Woodbridge if it wasn't for retiring from the military and being set up in different connections, So I've come a long ways business wise.
So tell me, like, through that journey, and we can even talk about like business now, but more so like in the military, what were some of the like key lessons or a piece of advice that you can give to somebody who plans on taking this same journey? What is some advice you can give them?
I think my greatest so the first thing is to have a mentor, and that mentor, because a mentor you can glean from. It's somebody that is walking in. You want to walk in their shadows, if you will. The person don't have to be alive. The person, you can have more than one mentor. But for me, having someone that I could emulate and look after and ask questions or maybe read about was something that helped me. And maybe I should do things this way. So mentor. The next thing was having thick skin, and being able to take criticism, constructional criticism from me, right? The next thing was work ethic, and then I think lastly, being able to operate in the spiritual realm, because it's more than just us. Everything is physical and spiritual. We have to be able to see past this physical flesh and be able to read into people's emotions and stuff like that. So that was that's one of the major things that I tell people that are trying to get into have work ethic, have thick skin, and believe in something spiritual, something that you can, so they can give you that drive, and have a mentor, have somebody. Don't be out there by yourself.
No, that's huge. That is huge. At VGA, we're a family, and it's so cool to have your family at VGA, your daughter, your wife, which is amazing. So tell us a little bit about why VGA for you.
Man, you know what? So it's crazy. It's like a hub for being trained. You're not only being trained, you're training other people, because they're stepping into something where it's just a moving. It's like a machine, right? It's a machine, and no one's like, I've heard you say and slide little tidbits. You don't just stay for an hour and say, this is how you do this. You let people be themselves, but in the process of being themselves, they're seeing other people being themselves and being entrepreneurs. So there's no way you can be set up for failure in that machine that Veterans Going America is. We're given the opportunity to spotlight. So if you're not a talker, if you're an introvert and you don't talk about your business, you don't talk about yourself, you're given an opportunity more than once at Veterans Going America to talk about it. So I've become a better communicator about myself and what I'm doing. And the whole time I'm talking about it, I'm actually, being more determined to do it, because I'm talking the talk. I want to walk the walk. I want to talk the talk. You can always, like this just past weekend, it was 22 vendors. There was more than 22 opportunities to ask people, how'd you do this? How'd you do this? So it's like one of those machines. It's like a 4T assembly line where you come in there, you have, you set up, it's a shop, and then there's people coming and going. And you don't know who you're going to get in there. You're going to get general officers. You're going to get people that work in the corporate world. You're going to get retirees. You're going to get common class folk. But it's amazing because to your left and your right, you have these multi-million dollar industries, and veteran growing America is right there amongst those industries. So it's basically putting bullets on my fitness report. You know what I'm saying? And every day is something that it's an accomplishment. For me, I've been in opportunities where journalists have come in. I've been on the news. I don't think I can't say I've never been on the news, but Veterans Growing America has provided so many different platforms for me to step up to the next level. So I'm actually ready for the next platform. Whenever the next platform presents itself, Donnell, you let me know. It's just like this podcast. And it's crazy that, God is answering my prayers, because 2024, I was wondering when the next podcast was coming. I'm already scheduled January 8th. I didn't ask for the podcast, but I'm going on someone's podcast as a guest because I've done 8, and this right here is a testament to what I want to do more in 2024. I want to talk more. I'm working on a book, and Veterans Growing America also has people that are not only have products, but they have services. Authors. I've never written a book, but just this weekend I bought a book from someone, and they gave me tidbits. So I would have never learned that stuff from anywhere else. But I'm hands-on working with people to my left and right. My vendors to my left and right have done it before. So it's one of those communities that I think that can be an asset to America, and to more than America, to the whole world.
That's huge. That's huge. It's been a blessing having you a part of the family.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And it does my heart well when we're able to spotlight individuals like you. That's what we say we do. We spotlight veteran and military spouse entrepreneurs. And just to be able to tell these stories that America, they need to hear.
Yeah.
They need to hear our stories. People need to hear stories of success and triumph. We've all been through something, but we got to grow through something. That's why it's Veterans Growing America, because you grow through your challenges. You start at one place, but as long as you know where you want to go, we can help you get there. And it's a blessing to have you and your family a part of this journey. So thank you. Go ahead.
You. I have one more thing, because I left out, because you talked about, so the family oriented, definitely family oriented, because it's more than biological family. And then even for my biological family, my wife is a business owner too, but my 8-year-old is seeing your son, seeing all of these different interactions. You know what I'm saying? So she's seeing people that are young, people that are young adults, older folks, and she's actually around the business of everything. So I don't even know what it feels like to be an 8-year-old around all of this success and all of this interaction. You know what I'm saying? So it's really built for the whole family. It's built for the family, and it's built for people that want families too. So I really appreciate it. Salute to you for that.
That's huge. So Kennedy has made it to 2 podcasts so far. She was spoke about on one of our other podcasts about how we just get hugs from all of the kids that come in, but as soon as they walk in, they give us all hugs, which is amazing, when it comes to entrepreneurship. Because entrepreneurship, for those of you that don't know, entrepreneurship is pretty tough. It is not easy. But when you're working with people that are on the same journey as you, it makes it a whole lot easier, and you guys can support each other in areas where you don't even know that you need help. And that's what we're all about here. And it's cool because I have Rob on, and he interviewed me on his podcast. And I was just like, dude, you need to be on VGA's podcast. In fact, you need to run VGA's podcast. So you did such an amazing job. And he stepped up to play. He was like, hey, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. Boom, boom, boom. And so thank you so much for leading this effort, Rob. I'm going to turn it over to you to close it out.
Yeah, for sure, man. And really that's all what it's about, man. Veterans growing America and veterans helping each other out, veterans networking. So I'm an author times two. Like I just finished my second
Wow.
book. So like if you want to link
Congrats.
after this, man, we
Yeah.
definitely can. I can share some nuggets and some notes. I'm also
Okay.
releasing a audio book as well, and just got the ACX acceptance. So hopefully that should be in Audible and iTunes and all that good stuff
Wow.
soon. So
Okay.
hey, shameless plug, man, shameless plug. But
Hey, don't be ashamed. Hey, this
Oh
is the
man.
place to be bashful. You know what I mean?
for
Hey,
sure,
Yeah.
man.
this is a platform for all of us. I mean, you
Yeah,
know,
that's
people
crazy.
see, like, I want people to watch this podcast and I want them to be inspired because they get to see us in action working together.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. For sure. I think
that's
that's
good.
the biggest piece of it, really, is just the network. When you see the network and how things work out, and then Leroy talked about it earlier, and he said, the spiritual aspect, because a lot of times, and not to get too deep into it, but you pray for some things, and then you get into an atmosphere where you put yourself in the ability to get the opportunity, and what you ask for sometimes happens tenfold. So just having that faith,
Yeah,
man, and being around
yeah.
the right people, man, things are just gonna happen. And hey, he told me to close it out, but I done let me on the pulpit, y'all.
It's those buzzwords that set people off sometimes, man. Like you can say one word and you can say one word like VGA and you just go off on a tangent, like you know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So
That's it, man. I'm supposed to be closing this thing out. But hey, what I want to do, Leroy Brown Art. Hey, where can we find the art? How can we get our hands on it?
So I'm on all social media platforms under Leroy Brown Art. Leroy Brown Art. I should be the first one. So the internet is doing its job because when you go to Google, even when you go to Google News, you see my article on me. You see a DC from the 2 weeks ago, the news. But LeroyBrownArt.com is where my website. I have a blog on my website. I sell artwork straight from my website, and it's pretty much a virtual store. And I'm at Veterans Growing America here and there, whether I'm volunteering or whether I'm showcasing my product. So, and then I'm always here. So Leroy Brown Art. Thank you for having me.
Hey, Leroy, thank you so much for taking your time and joining us, man, and sharing your product and your spirit with us. We truly appreciate it, man. And
Thank you.
uh, definitely we will see you around. We gonna link up. And then
Absolutely.
my man, Donnell, hey, how do people support Veterans Growing America?
Easy. All they got to do is shop, baby.
Shop, baby.
They all they got to do is shop. But you can find us on our website, veteransgrowingamerica.com, or on all of our social media platforms at Veterans Growing America. When you go to those social media sites, do me a favor, like, comment, and share. Do all three. What you're doing is you're showcasing someone in our community, and that like, comment, and share can take their business to the next level. So please do that for me. Be blessed. Veterans Growing America, where you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Let's grow.
Over and out.
Promote, promote, promote.